You're listening to the audio production of Past Present, How to Stop Making the Same Relationship Mistakes and Start Building a Better Life by Scott Vaudrey, MD, published by Thomas Nelson and read by Mark Smeby. Please note that you may download an accompanying PDF that provides enhanced materials for this audiobook. To download the PDF, please visit harperchristianaudio.com. An invitation to do the rest of your life better. If I told you there was a way to make your most troublesome relationships better, would you be interested? Most people find this offer intriguing. They'd love to get to the root of a problem and resolve those nagging patterns that sabotage harmony and connection with the people who matter most. However, when I share that the pathway to healthier relationships will require an exploration of their story, their childhood, and the family that influenced and shaped them, the less motivated people suddenly become less interested. I wish there were an easier path to the life and relationships we all want. There just isn't. And sometimes even the most motivated people struggle to overcome the behaviors that damage their relationships. I have a friend named Brian. In his best moments, Brian lives out his deep desire to be a great dad, husband, boss, and friend. He responds to his wife and kids in a nurturing, kind, and patient manner, and he treats his friends and coworkers with respect. But in his worst moments, Brian is not fun to be around. He can be insensitive, impatient, and demanding. He overreacts when certain people let him down. In those moments, he knows he causes damage to his most important relationships, eroding the tender bond that his typically good behavior creates. He sees how he is hurting others, and it bothers him deeply. Brian often stops by my office after having one of his destructive outbursts. He wants to understand, why do I keep behaving this way? I also have an executive coaching client, we'll call her Gwen, who is a district manager for a global company. On good days, she relates to her husband, kids, friends, coworkers, and boss with kindness and courage. By nature, she is a helper and nurturer, and she strives to live out her natural wiring without losing her own voice. Her desire to be a gentle, strong adult is sincere. But on too many days, Gwen finds she lacks backbone. She caves when her boss, a marketing vice president, makes excessive demands. She routinely picks up the slack when a peer underperforms. She tackles a long to-do list when her husband and children don't do their share of managing the home. Certain people always seem to get the best of her. In the heat of battle, she fails to advocate for what she believes is right, surrendering her voice and giving in to the demands of others at the cost of her own health and self-worth. I met with Gwen in her office after one of these destructive moments of giving in and people-pleasing. She was distraught. Gwen, like Brian, wants to understand, why do I...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?